all kinds of talent. We will find out as he faces Yushin Okami, a Japanese fighter who has pretty much seen it all. Our tale of the tape for this middleweight matchup at Mandalay Bay is brought to you by Zenergy, the ultra premium energy drink from Science. The 22-year-old Belcher, the talent, making his UFC debut, as is 25-year-old Yushin Okami. Everything else is pretty much equal. The lovely Rochelle Leah set to get us started here at the Mandalay Bay Events Center. UFC debuts for both of these 185-pound fighters. And we are underway. Okami against Belcher. Belcher wants to stand up here, Joe. Known for his stand-up, Okami, as I mentioned before, likes the ground and pound. He would like to bring this fight down to the mat.
He's looking very aggressive.
Belcher has those hands down, though, trying to goad Okami into things. Caught a jab. Missing with an uppercut is Okami. Okami seems pretty comfortable, at least right now.
Yeah, they both do.
Mike Goldberg, Joe Rogan, Mandalay Bay Events Center. Leading with the right in the southpaw stance is Okami. Belcher trying to push the action here. See how long it takes him here to close the distance. I'll tell you what, I don't know if, new or not, I don't know if you're Alan Belcher, you want to be hanging those hands and shaking your face out like that. That can come back to haunt you, especially in the octagon.
Yeah, I think you're right, though. He's just trying to goad him into an exchange. And what he's got to be careful with Okami, if Okami is a ground and pound guy, he's going to want to take him down. Oh, good uppercut by Okami.
Got him again.
Okami's going to look for the openings in these exchanges and then try to shoot and take him down.
So far, if anybody's landed anything, although nothing's been really violent, Joe, it's been Okami on 2 occasions with a jab and an uppercut.
This could be a case of what we've seen many, many times before of octagon shock, where guys get in there in their first bout and they don't really perform up to their potential. See that?
Yeah, now that you know what? Now that I say that, though no shots have been landed by Belcher, you saw the same thing I did when you say you see it. There's a little blood coming down the left side of the nose of Yushin Okami.
Yeah, it looks like a very minor scratch, but anything on the face bleeds pretty heavily. So I have a feeling they're going to wipe that off. Ooh, bad shot.
Wow, and that's dangerous right there. And let's see now if Belcher tries to time himself and throw a knee next time if Okami looks for a shot. Because he was not in the distance to go for the double leg there.
Crowd beginning to move.
Stepping forward is Belcher again.
That's when you make the mistakes, though, when you rush. Okami's being very patient.
Okami again. Okami does a good job, Joe, as you can see. He's not giving Belcher a lot of target to hit. He really squares his body up nicely. He's almost horizontal or vertical, if you will. He's got really no target for Belcher to go in unless he closes the distance.
Yeah, that was a weird move. Belcher looked down and then threw a high kick. That's a common fake technique.
See who engages first, who gets it into their game.
Okami's just content to kind of move away here. He's throwing some counter punches, but I mean, Belcher's literally running at him and punching, and Okami's just getting out of the way. Oh, there we go. Now we got a clinch.
Now let's see what Okami does. First time the two have tied up. Fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds, and there's the takedown.
He's in Belcher's full guard.
Now remember I said Okami, a good ground and pound grappler, has a win over UFC veteran Nick Thompson.
Let's see what kind of a guard Belcher has. You see him scooting up, and he's up and out. No, back in. Good job by Okami and staying on top. Belcher using that left leg to keep downward pressure. Past him, now he's in half guard. Okami's using his, you see him using his instep to push down on Belcher's legs to free out his right leg. He's got it. He's going to push down on it now and slide out the side.
Almost got it. Belcher adjusted right
free.
At the last minute.
He's for the legs are free.
He's got the knee free.
It out.
He can get side control here, Joe. He might go right into his ground and pound game. Side control or full mount.
Yeah, there he goes. He's got it. He's got full mount.
Very technically done that time, exactly how you described it by Yushin Okami.
Yeah, he's got very nice jiu-jitsu, very nice passing right there. Oh, but he lost it. Good job by Belcher.
Got it into the position he wanted and then couldn't hold on, but still he's got almost side control because he's not really in the guard here.
He's got one butterfly in. Okami's doing a really good job of containing him there, keeping him in place. He lost him there, let him go. He just sort of let him up there.
It's bleeding a little bit on the left side of the nose now of Okami. And again, that might have literally just been a scratch. Like you said, it just looked like a scratch, but the head starts pumping, your heart rate goes up. Anything in the facial areas that we've seen before, Joe, is gonna leak a little bit.
Yeah, Belcher is having a hard time gauging distance because every time he goes,
caught him with a jab again.
Left. That was actually a straight left.
Yep, you're right. He caught him with the left.
Belcher's having a hard time gauging distance because every time he goes to punch, Okami just gets out of the way. See this? He's not standing in there and trading with them, so he's overcommitting to his strikes, like running forward, and that's when you get taken down.
Caught him with it. So you know what? So far, Okami's caught him with a jab, an uppercut, and as you pointed out, a straight left.
Yeah, Okami's the one who's been. I mean, it's not a pretty uneventful round, but Okami's been the one who's landing those counter punches because Belcher's just committing to these shots. Let's take a look at what did the damage to Okami's eye in that first round.
Boom.
That's what it was. That right hand. A glancing blow. And here's a shot landed by Okami. Nice right uppercut in there. Fairly uneventful round, but this is probably the highlight shot right there.
Just caught him right under the eye.
自分からもっと前入っていかないから前に入っていかないからしっかり前に入ってストレート打ちながら前に相手が
Not
前
a
に
great spot, but better there under the eye than above the eye where the blood rolls into the eye and affects your vision.
Yeah, for sure. That cut shouldn't be a problem at all. I mean, we've seen it before with Randy Couture and Vitor Belfort. Those glancing cuts, you know, the cuts by glancing blows, sometimes are more dangerous than like a full head-on shot.
Second round for Belcher and Okami.
Yeah, let's hope these guys have got the butterflies out of their system and they commit more to putting on an exciting fight for the fans. There we go. Nice
good leg
inside
kick by Belcher. Again, Belcher's known more for his stand-up. Was in martial arts as a kid. Got lucky that he got involved with people who weren't just teaching traditional boxing or karate. So he's always kind of been well diversified and multi-talented, if you will. Works with Rich Clemente. That's his trainer, former UFC fighter Clemente. High kick and a low kick. The low kick was the one that connected.
Well, they're finally exchanging here a little bit.
Now, the one thing you don't want to do, especially in your UFC debut, is feel like you left something somewhere else. You want to bring it all.
Yeah, you see how Belcher did that again? He looked down, and this time he went in with the Superman punch. Good shot.
sprawl.
Very nice.
So we can see still Okami's game plan is to survive on his feet, maybe get a punch or two in. Doesn't appear like he's looking for the knockout. It looks as, like you said in the first round, Joe, that he's going to almost use the stand-up in reverse and try to get this back down to the ground.
Yeah, it's what's frustrating for the people watching is that when Belcher goes to punch, Okami just runs away. When Okami punches, Belcher's just moving back just enough and standing in there.
Now he's pushing forward. Okami still, retreats, avoids, and a good flying knee. Alan Belcher, and now they tie up.
That was a good job by Belcher realizing that Okami couldn't back up any further because he was pressed up against the cage. Nice
and
trip.
Sweep, yep. Right out of Randy Couture's book. Let's see if he passes as easily as he was able to, as methodically, maybe not easily, but as methodically as he did in the first round.
He's got a very good top game, and you'll see him, what he's going to do now is going to use his left instep to press down on Belcher's right thigh and push his right leg out. See, here it goes right now. See it? There it is.
Exactly like he did it in the first round, right?
Exactly. That is classic guard passing. He's got it. Boom. Slides out. Very nice. Very nice technique. Now he's in side control. He's going to press the knee on the stomach and probably look to take mount.
Remember in round one, he had the dominant position, but he couldn't keep his opponent down. Now he has side control.
He's throwing a few elbows on the top. Something he is not allowed to do in Japan.
Okami is now in control. Good position here, a dominant position in round number two against Alan the Talent Belcher.
Yeah, his head is trapped there in between the knee. So he's eating those elbows right now. If Okami can get Belcher's right arm out of the mix, there he is, he can really land these. Now all Belcher's his left arm, all he's using is his right arm to defend himself with.
And Joe, as I mentioned before, he likes the ground and pound. He does have submissions, as most of the great Japanese fighters do, but He enjoys the ground and pound, and you can see he's trying to do it again here in round number 2.
He has an arm triangle on the right-hand side. If he just chooses to take it, Belcher's right arm, or left arm rather, is trapped. Up against the fence, going to be hard to do. Oh, good job by Alan Belcher.
Belcher again.
Very nice. Very nice escape.
So twice he has escaped, once in the first round and once here in the second round.
But again, Okami just runs away. He's just moving out of the way.
Well, escaping is one thing. Now scoring some points is more important to Alan Belcher.
Yeah, for sure. You got to give that round to Okami so far.
First round you give to him as well?
Yeah, he's been able to impose his game more. I mean, it is a very boring round, but he's been able to impose his game more than Belcher has been able to. Again, nice sprawl. Very good takedown by Okami.
And it seemed like the sprawl was excellent at first, but still Okami stayed with it, Joe. And now he might pass the guard for a third time in the identical fashion he's done it not once but twice already.
Yeah, Okami has solid guard passing. You look at that instep down. He's got a great base. He uses a head and arm to control his body, pushing him. Boom, he's out. Going for the mount. He's got it. Belcher just let him get that mount.
Maybe the UFC debut for him, Joe, but as we said, he has really fought extensively in Japan.
Yeah, he's fought all over the world. He's fought in Super Brawl, K1 Heroes.
Rumble on the Rock.
Yeah, he's fought everywhere.
Third ranked Pancrase middleweight. Does hold an odd win over Anderson Silva. It was a disqualification. Silva hit him with a really crazy kick from a less than dominant position, but it ended up being an illegal kick. And so, at least on the record of Okami, he has a win over Anderson Silva.
Yeah, but he was knocked out to get that win.
Yeah, he was in bad shape already. But he will tell you, maybe in Japanese, I'll take the win. Well, it's one thing about getting in a dominant position. It's another thing finishing the fight. And it looks like Okami will need a third round at least to try to attempt to do that.
Yeah, Belcher's been doing a really good job of surviving on the ground. I mean, he's very explosive from the bottom. Good escapes.
You can't let him keep you down on the bottom. You got to move. Whatever it takes, you got to move. Okay. Work them underhooks. Don't try to hold him on top of it. You got to get him off of it. Look, work that lockup. Get into him. You let them get you long, okay? Work that lockup, reach under his ass, and pull him up high so he can't punch you, okay? He can't punch you when you run that shit, man. Cut him off. He don't.
Very nice knee. Let's take a look at this escape. Belcher pushes off the cage and rolls him back over the top. Very explosive. Nice escape by Alan Belcher. However, if you look at the round in whole,
Let's go, baby.
I
Last
would
round.
have
This
to
is what
give
it's
it to
about. This is what
Okami.
we're here for.
So if that's the case, then Okami has won the first 2 rounds as we are getting set for round number 3 here at the Mandalay Bay Events Center. Yushin Okami and Alan Belcher. Belcher born in Jonesboro, Arkansas, from Biloxi, Mississippi. And you can hear the boys were in his corner telling him, just fight your fight.
Yeah, Belcher's got to do something to pull this out now.
And he's trying to here, swinging for the fences.
Oh, look at him trying to take Okami down. That proved to be a mistake.
Okami trying to control again here.
Belcher's going to try to stand up.
Can he get his back?
He's got his back. He's got the over-under. This is a bad spot for Belcher. He's got one hook in, even though they're still in a sort of a half-up position. Belcher's seated.
See if Okami can finish it here. He has his back. He'll try to get that other leg around. And he
got
does.
it, and Belcher stood with it.
Nice
He's using
job.
the cage. Herb Dean tries to correct that. Okami's in he's in a great spot right here. Belcher's in some trouble. He's dropping some elbows on Okami's legs, but I bet he doesn't even feel that right now. Oh, he's got the body triangle on him. Well, he's in a bad spot. Belcher has got to do something to get him off him right here. What he's got to try to do is put some weight down on the side where he's got the triangle locked in. If he drops,
Great move by Belcher!
wow.
Well, that would be a drop of one sort or
He's
another.
smiling. Look at him. He's smiling, pumping his fist to the crowd.
Alan the Talent Belcher!
However, Okami is still on his back, and it's still a very, very bad spot. Okami has that one underhook. He's got an over-under control. What he's going to try to do is snake his right arm underneath the chin. There he goes. What he's going to do is he's got that rear naked. He's got to control the hands. It's a good job so far by Belcher of controlling the hands. If he can just hold on to one hand, he can keep that from happening. Rolls him over. Now he's
crowd in his favor now.
Good job by Belcher. Now let's see what kind of a guard Okami has and what kind of passing Belcher has.
Well, you know one thing. Okami will be very comfortable on his back. With all the training he's done in Japan, all the ground training he's had. Let's see what Belcher can do, though.
Okami's rolling for a Kimura. Belcher's got to be careful with that left arm. If Okami can grasp his wrist and lock his hands up, he's got a Kimura on that side. He does have full guard. If he can free Belcher's arm, if he can pop that arm, oh, that doesn't look good for Belcher. He's got that Kimura. He's rolling over, he's gonna secure it, and he's gonna try to swing it up and back around Belcher's back. If he pulls that arm up and back, you're gonna see Alan Belcher in some serious trouble. He's doing a good job of holding it down there right now, and he's throwing some punches, but he's gotta free that arm. In order to free that arm, he's gotta get out of his guard. He's gotta figure out some way to get out of his guard or stand up or pop it loose or something. But if he allows Okami to pop it out and then twist it behind his back, he's gonna be in some deep trouble. Better position right now because now he's in half guard. He got past that, he's into half guard. Now he's gonna try to slip out. So what he's gonna try to do is keep pressing forward and free his right leg out of in between Okami's two legs. If he can do that and move further around towards Okami's head, he can be safe. There he goes.
And he has.
Good job by Alan Belcher.
All right, well, Belcher obviously is getting the crowd in his favor. He's avoided some submissions, but I got news for you. Cheer all you want, Alan. You're still behind on the judges' scorecards. Because Okami has, as you said, Joe, at least it would seem he has controlled where this fight is taking place more.
Well, we've seen some weird scoring in the past, so it's not a big victory so far. I mean, it's nothing that you could say for sure he's going to win, but I would have to say that Okami's ahead.
Yeah, at least, as I said before, it would seem he is at this point.
Belcher's only got a minute to do something. Stand up, get a knee when he's coming up. Oh.
All right, he's got to press forward now.
Yeah, he's got to do something, and Okami should do something to try to solidify this victory. This is crunch time, minute to go.
Yeah, if you're Alan Belcher, who does appear to be a bit gassed out. Oh, see, you hang the hands, you goof around, you're going to catch one. And he caught one right there because his hands were right next to the side of his body.
And Okami's got a body lock on him. He's got his hands clasped together, and we're going to look for a trip and a takedown, and there it is. Bang. So far, Okami's winning this round. 30 seconds to go. Belcher's got to do something drastic.
Joe, when you started training stand-up as a very young man, the first thing I'm sure they told you was keep your hands in front of your face.
That is the most important thing. But I think Belcher's a little frustrated, and he's just trying to get Okami to exchange with him. His forte is the stand-up.
Right.
And, you know, when a guy just moves away every time you come at him, you try anything you can to get him to exchange. Okami is going to win this fight with these little punches right here, and this is going to be the end, I believe. A rolling knee bar, but oh, too late.
It is all over. And it appears as if Yushin Okami is on his way to his first victory in the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
All right, let's take a look at some of the action from that round. Now this is when Okami had Belcher's back. Now watch this insane move. Oh! Good job by Okami of ducking his head under and avoiding the spike. I mean, I've never seen anybody do this before.
You know what, and that could have been very, very painful if he didn't avoid the spike in the way he did. Great reaction by Belcher. And great reaction by the crowd.
And there's probably the best punch that Okami landed. If not in the fight, definitely in that round. Nice straight left hand on the eye. Looks to be a close decision win for Okami.
And it appeared as if we saw two men in their first UFCs not really sure how to engage to the full point of their ability.
Yeah, I would say that's an accurate assessment. You're really good at what you do.
Thank you, Joe. I enjoy working with you. Of all the people I've worked with, you're definitely one of them. Here we go, waiting for the decision. Will it be Yushin Okami or Alan Belcher who wins in their UFC debut?
Alan, right here.
Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Cecil People scores the bout 30-27. Lester Griffin scores at 30-27, and Adelaide Bird scores the contest 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Yushin Okami. Aubrey.
So as we anticipated, Okami is victorious.